Hi, everyone. My name is Amber from Smartoscy. Nice to see a great audience group over here. So I'd like to deliver a presentation today. It's actually not really a presentation. It's more like a story of, how to, reshape the approach to continuous innovation in retail. So there's this new term, practical e-commerce, that we want to introduce with you today. So let me walk you through it. But a bit of introduction on Smartoscy. So Smartoscy, we are a full-service e-commerce agency. So we do from consulting to development to integration and also to manage of your e-commerce store. We had a bunch of international awards. We have a great pool of talents that translate into scalable projects and also the capability to handle large projects. And we have more than 500 e-commerce projects implemented on all the industry. So B2B, B2C, omnichannel, or marketplace, you name it, and more likely we have done it before. So among our experience, so 500 projects, that's one question that has always been in our head. So how to make our client win? How do we create success to our client? How do we make them to be, greater than, like they were before? How to make them greater than their competitors? That question is, they stick with us from the beginning, from when we first met with the client or when we do the scoping with them to do, clarify what are the objectives, what are the things, and then it continuously to go along with us during the journey with the client. So let me tell you a story of how we help a retailer. So this one is purely fictional, and any coincidence is any relevancy is totally coincidence. And okay, so the story starts with a retailer. So let's call him Steve. So Steve is let's call it a retail kingdom. So Steve is a night warrior that is working for a nation in the retail kingdom, and they're fighting each other over the market share of the retail. And so he was given a mission from his superior. That is, how do Steve make NAR to become the best brand of all the brand? And by the way, NAR stands for not a real company. So, and if he, on the way that he gonna achieve that mission, he's gonna be awarded with the promotion. And so on his journey, in order to to find what are the best way to improve and to make NAR the best brand, he have come to one journey. So that is what we call the internet. So it's a mysterious place. You can find information and everything is said to be true. So he looked up onto that and he found lots of advices. Some say that, in order to create one of the best of all, so you have to make yourself to become a sophisticated brand. You need like a great story that is inspiring. So Steve needs to become something like Steve Jobs. He needs to be creating something like Apple to, to change the world something in order to become the best brand of all. That is one thing. The other one said that, in order to become the best of the all, then you need to implement the best technology of all. You need to buy the most expensive software. You need to hire the best people. You need to implement everything that is the best. Then you can become the best. The other person says, you need not to do all of those, but you only need to follow who are the leader. You need to implement all the best practice and to adopt all the trending advices in the world. Then you can become the best. And of course, of all of those, there's always one thing that is, like on the face of the internet, which is cat photos and investment. The more you invest into a brand, then the more it grows, the more it becomes success. So Steve was left there hanging. He was like, I don't know, like I'm a bit confused of all these advices. I don't know which one is true, which one is best for me. How should I do that? So, but the only thing that's remained on his mind is the cat photos and his promotion. He wants the promotion. He wants the bonus, the year-end bonus. How to get that? He needs to achieve his mission. He needs to achieve his KPI. So the internet cannot help him. So he continued his journey onto the third place. So he found the wizard, the wise. So he asked him the same question: how do we win? How do I get this? So wizard the wise said to him, you need to stay practical. What is your mission? My mission is to become the best brand of all. What is the best brand? Oh, the brand that has the most market share of them all. So it means sales, right? It means sales. It means revenue. It's not about sophisticated branding. It's not about having the best technology of them all. It's not about implementing the most trendy thing. But it's basically, it's all about the sales. So refocus is all about the sales. So how to improve the sales? Let's see what is the secret of practical commerce. There's the formula start with two simple things. So first of all is to get all the essentials right. The essential of the brand are things that are the core to your brand. It is the competitive advantage. It is the unique selling position. It's the analytics. It is, like all the basic things that is existing onto your channel, onto your digital sales, or onto your mobile apps, or onto your marketplace. That is the thing that are already there. And then there's another thing. It's called the approach. So the approach here, we advise that you follow the MVP approach, which stands for minimum viable product. So minimum viable product basically means the minimal amount of effort that you need to put into a product in order to persuade a customer to buy. So think easily it could translate into, you can easily identify what works and what doesn't work with your product. So think of your e-commerce website, think of your brand. If you introduce a very complex website with a lot of products, a lot of strategies over there, and you pop that out into the market, you're not sure which one actually influenced your client, which one actually bought, which one actually made the decision for the client to buy. It's actually about the 80-20 rules. The 80% of the results actually come from 20% of the features, 20% of the experience, 20% of what are on your website. So by implementing the MVP, we can actually identify that 20% and to refocus your investment onto the things that are actually matters. It helps you to save time, to save resources, and it's also gain you the most valuable information in the world. That is how to win clients. The next is how to But how to actually implement the MVP concept? So you need first to identify what are the channels, what are the sales channels. So in general, there would be 3 sales channels. So one is your physical stores, is the brick and mortar store. And secondly is the digital. For example, it could be the e-commerce, it could be the mobile app, it could be the marketplace. And thirdly is the supply chain. If you're in the B2B business, then it could be you are the manufacturer, and the supply chain would be your retailer, and then your master distributor. Those are the people that are actually matters. So you identify those people, and you study them, select a suitable strategy and toolkit that actually aiming to boost the number, to boost the sales, and then to monitor the results and to make the implement. For example, for the physical store, I'm going to share with you some of the very common practice that we suggest our client to implement onto their store. So one note here that it varies from client to client, but this is, that's some of the example, very good example. So it's the physical store, the things that matter are the personalization and the consultation. Another thing is instant gratification, that, when a client walks into the store, they want to feel valued. They want to, walk out and buy something that matters to them. And they want the convenience. And they also want to be that channel, the physical store, if they can be integrated with other channels, it also have improved their experience in the offline store. Some example would be the point of sale, for example. If the point of sale can perform a lot of activities such as like stock transfer, when a client walks into a store, but for example, they might like that very beautiful white dress, but that white dress is not available in M size. But that M size is available in the store, but it is 3 miles away. So stock transfer can help to deliver the stock from 3 miles away back to the store where the client are at. So that would be really, really helpful for the client and really help to boost the number. Another point is click to collect, for example. When they browsing the internet, they browsing to your e-commerce store, and they can order online and collect at the physical store that are convenient to their workplace, convenient to their transportation route. That is also one of the key things. Another one is the store experience. So this is an example. This is an example from one of our partners, Connect POS. So they actually developed a mobile app. They actually developed an POS that is connected right into Magento. So a customer can shop in the store, but with the total experience of the online e-commerce world. So they can actually walk into the store with the website open and then scan the barcode and then check out immediately in the store without referring to the cashier. So that is revolutionary. And lastly is the facial recognition. That is one of the very cool technology of Connect POS. And they can recognize the customer and match their faces with the image in the database and recognize who are the most valuable customer, for example, the gold tier customer, and to offer them the most suitable, the most relevant promotion. The next channel is digital channel. This is your e-commerce stores, this is your apps, this is your marketplace. This is also the rewards and loyalty programs that are driving the sales. This is also the multi-channels that are driving the sale, and also the A/B testing and continuous improvement to the website that are driving the sales. Some example would be, for example, Lazada. Lazada is a great marketplace here in Singapore. And they would, Magento actually have the ability to connect directly and push the product onto the Lazada marketplace. It also available on mobile app and on multiple channels, and also available on the social market, social media. It all sync towards your Magento store. Progressive web apps is another cool thing that we can implement in order to improve our digital channel. So for example, Redlock is a very cool app. You can actually look it up on your phone and try it. It is a revolutionary technology that allows you to touch and feel like a mobile app, but it is on your web browser. It can utilize the characteristics like using the camera or accessing your location or giving up interaction. You can try out the Redlock. And mention the Connect POS application that actually help to allow clients to use the camera to check out. Some more example is the reward and loyalty. Here I'm giving the Grab reward as an example. It allows you to collect your points and then to redeem your point. So if a very typical application of this is we also implement for one of our electronic client is that we also implement the reward system so that collecting the point and also help them to redeem for example, free vacation for if they spend more than 30,000 USD. And lastly is the continuous improvement. So here is the progress, the process of how to do that. And lastly is on the supply chain. For the B2B channel, we can implement the custom product, custom catalog, custom tier pricing, and flexible order payment, and B2B sales support in order to boost the sale of the supply chain. It is brought to possible with Magento and also with our custom B2B solution. So here are some examples of the very awesome feature that Magento B2B is enabling us. So so the final picture of the three sales channel, actually it should be supporting each other. It should be connected. So the product from the supply chain should be flowing to the physical store and digital channel, and clients should be able to access both of the channel seamlessly. That is our target. So back to the story. After Steve had reached the point of continuous improvement, he found out that tangible sales is actually the foundation in order to create growth and improvement continuously in his store. And with that, he would be able to achieve his goal, which is the promotion. Here are some of the results that I want to share with you of a client that actually implemented the e-commerce, the practical commerce. So it is cart. So we implement them on Magento 1 Enterprise. And we achieved a great result with that. So 74% improve in mobile traffic, 17% improve in order value, and 52% increase in mobile transaction. So here's, we're running out of time, so I'm moving a bit fast. So final task is, so first of all, stay practical. So keep your goal close to you and to implement everything close to your goal. You need the commitment to achieve goal. You're going to need the correct technology platform, which we recommend Magento, and also you need the suitable partner. And lastly, step by step is the correct approach in order to implement a sustainable and a profitable e-commerce store. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. And if you are interested in knowing more about practical commerce, you can download our white paper using the QR code. Thank you very much.